Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. Welcome to the daily cricket show, Cricket Happenings. And on this Cricket Happening show, it will be the first will be the Indian Premier League, the 41st match that happened today between Kolkata Knight Riders and Rising Pune Supergiants. And I have to say, Rising Pune Supergiants are really playing like Rising Pune Supergiants because the other day we saw the Ben Stokes century getting them to victory, and today it was the victory which was coming from another opener. As you know, Rahul Tripathi has been promoted as an opener, and what a knock from Rahul Tripathi! Single-handedly demolished this Kolkata Knight Riders bowling attack to reel off 93 of 52 deliveries with 9 fours and 7 sixes. He single-handedly took the Rising Pune Supergiants to victory, where all others failed. There was only one man that stood out in the entire Rising Pune Supergiants innings, and that was the innings from Rahul Tripathi. He was pummeling them big time today, and 93 runs of 52 deliveries, 9 fours and 7 sixes. I'll be talking about this game. Kolkata Knight Riders could make only 155 for 8, and it was Rahul Tripathi's day, no doubt about it. So Kolkata Knight Riders suffering a rare defeat in the IPL. Now, the next match also very interestingly poised. We are talking about West Indies versus Australia, and I thought the West Indies have definitely done a good job. They have guarded their wickets and they closed at 264 for 9, thanks to a staunch innings from Shai Hope, who definitely missed his century by 10 runs. But it was Yasir Shah who in the final session, they were doing a good job. They were really, guarding their wickets and they were playing very well. But Yasir Shah was the one, the leg spinner, was the one in the final session struck it big to actually, force the West Indies to 264 for 9. He got a 6-wicket bag. He has taken 6 wickets in this particular second innings, and West Indies are 183 runs. And as I said, the match is very well poised, and tomorrow Pakistan might well be on the verge of making history as far as defeating West Indies in West Indies is concerned. It just never happened in the past, in the history of Pakistan West Indies, and that would be something that Pakistan would be liking to do. I'll come back to that and I'll talk about that. But West Indies are right now 183 runs ahead going into the final day of the second test match at the Bridgetown in Barbados. But I'm going to definitely start off with the 41st match, which was played between Kolkata Knight Riders and Rising Pune Supergiants. It was played at the Kolkata Knight Riders home ground, which was Eden Gardens in Kolkata. The toss was actually won by the Rising Pune Supergiants, and they inserted the Kolkata Knight Riders to bat. The Kolkata Knight Riders did not have a good start. Sunil Narine was consumed early. Javed Unadkat was bowling very well. He was not giving much room for any of the batsmen to swing their bats. And Javed Unadkat, who was also getting the ball to move both ways with at some good pace, actually picked up the wicket of Sunil Narine when he actually had him caught and bowled by Unadkat for naught. So that was 1 wicket. And after that, Jackson actually trod on to his stumps while facing the offie Washington Sundar, and he was declared hit wicket for 10 of 9 deliveries with 2 fours. But then after that, Gautam Gambhir took over. He saw that the wickets were going and the run rate was not really doing anything, and Gautam Gambhir took over to actually go after the bowlers. I think it was Daniel Christian whom he actually thrashed for some 4s and 6s. Manish Pandey was at the other end, but Gautam Gambhir, after collecting a very quick 24 of 19 deliveries, 2 4s and 1 6, was also a victim of the right arm off spinner Washington Sundar. He was gone. Manish Pandey's contribution was 37 of 32 deliveries, 4 4s and 1 6. And then Yusuf Pathan, Imran Tahir was inducted into the attack, and Imran Tahir was doing a decent job. but Yusuf Pathan was the one who failed trying to hit him. He was LBW bowled Imran Tahir for 4, and they at that time when Irfan Pathan and Pandey was gone, the score was 103 for 5, and then it was Grand Home and Surya Kumar Yadav who had come into the team in the middle, and it was really pretty tough going at the time. But then after that, Grand Home and Surya Kumar Yadav started hitting some boundaries. Grand Home went after Imran Tahir and deposited him for 2 sixes. Surya Kumar Yadav was dealing in boundaries. He decided he hit some consecutive boundaries of the bowling of the spinners, and as this partnership was going on, the score moved to 19, and then Grand Home made 36 of 19 deliveries, 3 fours and 2 sixes. Nathan picking up his wicket. Chris Wokes was run out on 1. Nathan Coulter-Nile was dismissed very cheaply for 6 by Stokes. Umesh Yadav, but Surya Kumar Yadav was the one who gave the final thrust to the innings with an unbeaten knock of 30 of 16 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes, and Kolkata Knight Riders at least reached a score of some respectability at 155 for 8. Javed Unadkat was very impressive with the ball. As I said, he moved the balls at good pace on both ways. 4 overs, 1 made and 2 for 28. Ben Stokes 4 overs, 1 for 24. Washington Sundar was impressive, bowled 2 overs, 2 for 18, picked up 2 big wickets. Thakur 3 overs, 1 for 21. Imran Tahir 4 overs, no made and 1 for 36. And Daniel Christian was costly, 3 overs, 1 for 23. Now rising Pune Supergiants were given a target of 156 to chase, and the start was not good. Ajinkya Rahane once again really struggling, as he was the first wicket. Umesh Yadav got Rahane to actually got a ball with the lifting delivery. He's got by Jackson for 11 of 9 balls, 2 fours, which made it 11 for 1 in the second over, and Stephen Smith joined him. But it was Rahul Tripathi who was doing all the hitting. He went after Nathan Coulter-Nile and he started pulling him for boundaries and sixes, and he was also driving beautifully. And Rahul Tripathi, when he hits the ball stays hit. He hits it with lots of power, and he was really going after Nathan Coulter-Nile. Nathan Coulter-Nile was the one who received the maximum tap. But in the meanwhile, even though Rahul Tripathi was doing his job wonderfully well, at the other end, wickets were just falling like anything. Stephen Smith was clean bowled by Wokes for 9 of as many balls with 1 6. Manoj Tiwari lost his stumps to Wokes for 8 of 9 balls, 1 4. And then a big wicket. Ben Stokes was consumed by Nareen. Sunil Nareen, who actually had him caught and bowled for 14, big wicket. And then Kuldeep Yadav fell a victim to the bowling of, Dhoni fell a victim to the bowling of Kuldeep Yadav. Now all the big names were wiped out there, but there was only one man who was there, as I said, was an absolutely one-man show, and Rahul Tripathi was very severe. First he was very severe on Nathan Coulter-Nile, and then he concentrated on Kuldeep Yadav. Kuldeep Yadav was clattered for sixes by Rahul Tripathi, and also we saw the way he was hitting it. That is also a mark of a good batsman, where his head has not fallen and he has banged them for sixes. And suddenly, this rising Pune Supergiants actually were losing wickets at the other end, which Rahul Tripathi was actually watching it from the other end. But Rahul Tripathi did a wonderful job. He went on banging the bowlers, did not matter to him, went after, and then as I said, he in the melee he handled Nathan Coulter-Nile very well by smashing him for a lot of runs to ruin the bowling figures of Nathan Coulter-Nile, where the maximum runs was conceded by Nathan Coulter-Nile to Tripathi, 3 overs, leaking 41 runs. Kuldeep Yadav also had a big bang on, Tripathi had a real bang on Kuldeep Yadav as well to spoil his figures as well. 4 overs, 1 for 35, and Rahul Tripathi was the only one who was smashing it all around the park. And as when the rising Pune Supergiants the other players were not able to really do anything. So as I said, it was an absolutely a one-man show. And then only towards the end, Tripathi was there till the end. When he was out, they required only 6 runs for victory, and Daniel Christian was the one who did the honours by smashing a 6 to finish the match. Not out on 9 of 10 balls with 1 6. Washington Sundar not out on 1, and rising Pune supergiants has won this match, and it's only thanks to Rahul Tripathi. As if you can see, all the big names were all gone. The wickets were just falling like pins, I would say. But Rahul Tripathi was the constant factor on the other end, kept on smashing the bowlers. I mean, Nathan Coulter-Nile received the maximum treatment, none for 41. Umesh Yadav, I thought, bowled a good line, 4 overs, 1 for 23. Vokes also bowled. Umesh Yadav and Vokes really stood out. 4 overs, no maiden, and Vokes was simply brilliant. 4 overs, no maiden, 18 runs and 3 wickets. He picked up some important wickets of Stephen Smith, Manoj Tiwari, and also Tripathi himself, who fell to the bowling of Vokes. Nareen 4 overs, 1 for 20. Kuldeep Yadav 4 overs, 1 for 35. Grant Home bowling 2 balls for 7 runs. It was all over. Rahul Tripathi was the rising hero of the rising Pune supergiants, and what a knock from him. This was simply breathtaking. I mean, one man taking on the entire Kolkata Knight Riders bowling attack and banging them to all parts of the field. And this will go a long way for Rahul Tripathi, I suppose. What a knock. Look at that knock of his. 93 of 52 deliveries, 9 fours and 7 sixes. That really tells you that 78 runs he scored through 4s and 6s, and only, I would say, maybe 15 runs that he made through singles and 2s. Tremendous batting from Rahul Tripathi to take his team, rising Pune supergiants, to victory. So that is as far as that match was concerned. Now we head on to the we head on to the international match. We head on to the international match, which is in West Indies and Pakistan, and West Indies resuming at the overnight score of 172 for 3 with Hetmyer and Brathwaite at the crease. But Mohammad Amir was the one who gave them a very quick breakthrough when Mohammad Amir actually got an in-dipper. And he actually splayed the stumps of Hetmyer, who was gone for 22 with 4 boundaries. Shai Hope entered the scene. Craig Brathwaite was looking solid, and both really, I would say, started chiseling together a partnership. While that was going on, Yasir Shah, what a delivery from Yasir Shah, coming round the wicket, and everything was brilliant about it. Brathwaite got a ball which was outside the leg stump, and Brathwaite, trying to play at it, got an inside edge, and the ball actually flew to Yunus Khan, and what a catch from Yunus Khan, a brilliant catch at this particular age by Yunus Khan. Inches off the ground, he picked it up, but it was a wonderful reflex action catch, one could say, and Brathwaite was gone for 43 with 4 boundaries. So that made it 97 for 3. And then Shai Hope and Chase combined. And what was good is Shai Hope was the most solid partner. He was really standing there like a rock, which was good to see. Nice defense, very staunch defense. And we all know about Roston Chase as well, what a good player he is. And at the other end, we saw Roston Chase, who in the first innings, as we all know, hit a century. In the second innings, he once again was showing the same application, no doubt about it, and he was giving good company to Shai Hope, and suddenly the Pakistan were getting frustrated as this particular partnership started doing very well as the score. They put on a 58 runs partnership, but then Chase was out as he was caught and bowled by Yasir Shah for 23 with 2 boundaries. V.A. Singh, Vishal Singh entered the scene, and Vishal Singh also did a good job giving very good support to Shai Hope. Now this was the time where the Pakistanis were frustrated because there were no wickets falling, and West Indies, I thought, were doing a good job because and Vishal Singh was really, as I said, was a very sedate partner, and this was a very good partnership because what it did is from 155 they consumed almost like 30 overs to take the score on to 235, and only in the final session things really started happening. I mean, the second session was gone, I thought West Indies were doing well, and probably they might definitely be finishing on a good score on the fourth day. But Yasir Shah, the leg spinner, was the one who had other ideas. In fact, Shai Hope was the next wicket to go, as he, after making a very well-made 90 with 8 fours and 1 6, he fell a victim as he was caught by Azhar Ali. And this was Yasir Shah after the tea time in the final session, doing it to the West Indies as he started coming round the wicket, and he started getting good turn from the wicket as he picked up the wicket first of Shai Hope, which was a big wicket for them because he had frustrated them a lot there. After that, we saw the Mohammad Abbas come up with a very good in-dipper to clean bowl the stubborn Vishal Singh for 32 with 2 boundaries. And after that, Yasir Shah took over. He picked 3 wickets, probably for 8 runs, I would say, or 1 run in 8 overs, I suppose. So Shane Dowrich was the first. He was gone, caught Asad Shafiq bowled Yasir Shah for 2. Jason Holder fell a victim, caught Yunus Khan bowled Yasir Shah for 1. And Joseph was consumed by Mohammad Amir of the bowling of Yasir Shah for 7 to suddenly leave the West Indies innings. Once again, putting them in a bit of a tangle at 261 for 9. And in fact, Devendra Bishu and Shannon Gabriel saw of the day finally, with Bishu not out 16 with 1 boundary. Gabriel was not out on not 264 with the West Indies now leading by 183 runs. Yes, the pitch is definitely not playing easy at all. As I said, it is definitely misbehaving, and also one has to understand that on the final day it is going to really be more and more wear and tear, and also one knows that Pakistan are the ones who are going to bat last. So Pakistan will be chasing a target tomorrow, that is on the final day. Mohammad Amir 21 overs 8 minutes 1 for 44, but look at Yasir Shah's figures. 1 more 5-wicket haul there, 39 overs 12 maidens, 90 runs and 6 wickets. He was the one who really turned the situation around for Pakistan with taking with 5 wickets in the final session. What a spell of bowling from him. Shadab Khan 17 overs for 55, unfortunately not impressive, and that too on a very on a wicket which is really assisting. I thought Shadab Khan could have done much better than what his figures suggest here. So Shadab Khan needs to really work on test match, I suppose. Mohammad Abbas was impressive as ever, 25 overs 6 minutes 57 runs and 2 wickets. But Yasir Shah, magnificent bowling from him. As I said, the final day which is coming up, well, one could probably say that Pakistan will definitely win. Yes, one can say that, no doubt. But let me also tell you that this pitch is turning. There's a lot of turn in the pitch. There's some variable bounce as well. Some balls are keeping low as well. And also, let's also understand that this is going into the final day where there's going to be more wear and tear, and Pakistan are the ones who are going to be caught. But also, I thought West Indies have still done a decent job on a wicket which has been assisting the spinners to put on good partnerships, because they got the score to 264 for 9, which is still, I think it's a very handy 183 runs lead. So probably if Bishu and Gabriel can in the morning push that 183 to the 200 mark, we could still have a game on hand, because and the reason I say that, they only have 1 wicket remaining, we all know that, but the reason I say that is that with the pitch really not looking very good, I would say the West Indian spinners will come into the equation tomorrow. It would be Roston Chase who will get an opportunity. Devendra Bishu, let's understand that there is a leg spinner for West Indies, Devendra Bishu. So, well, it's too early to really, bring down the curtain on the West Indies. I think we should be having a fantastic game on hand tomorrow. Even though Pakistan would be chasing probably close to 200 runs, I think we will have a real battle. I think looking at this pitch, I think it will all be about Devendra Bishu and Roston Chase really bowling with lots of variations and bowling in the right areas, and I think that is going to be a good battle between bat and ball. Well, So that's it, dear fans and subscribers. There's one match which is coming in the IPL tomorrow. Delhi Daredevils are taking on the Gujarat Lions. But other than that, there's nothing to share. Thanks for your company as always. And it's good night from host Ram Studios. Thank you.